better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. She gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my
The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Here we go from Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Now Elliott. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Elliott. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 13. A big run that time by Elliott. 45 yards.
A gain of 40.
Big run on the opening drive, and they better watch out for this guy or it's going to be a long game.
Back when I played in our scouting reports getting ready for games, we put stars next to the guys that we thought were the key players on the other side. There should have been 3 or 4 stars next to that guy's name.
A first down carry by Elliott. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
The tackle by
on any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott with a connection to CeeDee Lamb. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Here comes Johnson on the return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Deontay Johnson on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 34. First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Hey, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball.
They'll try and run forward with Conner. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
That's good.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
All right, now, Mike 20. Mike 54. Hey, pick your game up. Right there.
They run the option here on 1st and 10, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
And 15 yards.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
And it brings up third down.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming fourth down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10. At their
own Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. 6 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down. And that's exactly what he did.
And he stopped immediately there.
James Conner on the
tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. To throw here, Roethlisberger, eluding the pressure right. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dime. Nice grab. A gain of 6 there on first. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
At the 23-yard line.
Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Roethlisberger. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Deontay Johnson on the other end of the throw from Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10. At their own.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the...
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. And all the way down to the 29.
A gain of 40.
A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards on the ground. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
At the 28-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Pollard. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
First and 10 at the 40.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and that'll bring up second down.
Second and 10.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. The 20, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboys. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this run. And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
First down, Pollard, and not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
The tackle by
defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Tony Pollard.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On third down, Pollard. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up fourth.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef, that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Ray McLeod on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A very solid gain of 27. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here's Roethlisberger. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. Sliding out of the pocket. And this will be caught by his big tight end, Ebron, for a Steeler touchdown. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit.
I thought that was a nice job there of feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3 except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
1st down, and it's Pollard again. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Joe Hayden there to bring him down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, Pollard. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Complete to Jalen Samuels. A gain of 4. It's now second.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw.
36 yards.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one, a first down pickup of 8. They go play action with Roethlisberger. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there.
That's good.
That's good for 28 yards. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And his throw is incomplete. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Escaping the pressure right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Darian Thompson, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 34 yards there and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. Right back to him on first down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Steven Nelson on the tackle. It's a pickup of 6.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line.
The ball carrier.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. 2
yards. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Prescott. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup.
One last shot for Roethlisberger.
At the 40-yard.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Xavier Woods with a pick. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire